Today we're going to demo collecting rent with Propertyments. There are 3 key steps to setting up rent collection. First, set up your bank account where we will send the money. Second, create a schedule of payments. And finally, onboard your tenants. Let's go take a look. Navigate to propertyments.com and log into your account. First, let's set up the bank account that we will deposit any collected rent into. So from the left-hand panel, click on the Rent Collection navigation item and click the purple button to connect your account with Stripe. We use Stripe.com to process all payments, including scheduled rent, one-time, and credit or debit card transactions. Now I'm going to enter a little bit of demo information. Here you would enter your phone number and email address. And we need just a little bit of personal information to go along with your bank account. And I'll create my account. I'm redirected back to Propertyments, and we see the rent collection portfolio dashboard. The status at the top says we need a little additional information, so I'm going to go back to Stripe, and it looks like it's asking for the last 4 digits of my social security number and my address. I'll save. And I'm good to go. I'm now ready to collect rent from my tenants. From the navigation panel, click on Properties. And I've already created a property. If you have not, first click Add Property and give it a name. And then from the View drop-down, click on Leases, Rent Payments. I'm assuming at this property we have 2 tenants, John and Jane Smith, and their total rent is $2,000 a month. Now we're going to create 2 records since their rent is split evenly, $1,000 a piece. So let's create the rent schedule for Jane Smith first. I'll click on Create Lease, Rent. And the amount that Jane is paying is $1,000. Their lease term is January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2019. Payments are due on the 1st of the month, and we're not going to prorate the first month, so we'll leave this as the first. I'm going to check this fee paid by tenant, and what this means, Stripe charges 0.08% for collected rent, up to a maximum of $5. So if you collect $625 or more per month, it's a flat fee of $5. If it's less than $625, it's 0.08%. So at most, collected rent is $5. By checking this fee paid by tenant, that $5 is paid by Jane in this case. So I'll create the schedule. It says payment schedule created, and we can see each date and day when rent will be collected. The amount is $1,005. The fee is $5. So $1,000 will get paid out to your bank account each month. Next, I need to invite Jane to the Propertyments tenant portal to enter her bank account information, as well as agree to the terms of the rent schedule we've laid out here. So I'm going to scroll down and click on Add Tenant Account, and I'm going to enter her information. Now I'm putting my email address in here so we can see what the email looks like in the onboarding process next. When I click send a tenant, this is creating a tenant portal account for Jane, sending the email, and it's giving you the confirmation that the invite was sent. Go ahead and click OK. And that's really all you need to do. Propertyments will walk your tenant through entering their bank account information and agreeing to the rent terms that we created here. So I'm going to create another schedule for John Smith. Go back out to the leases summary. Here we can see Jane Smith's rent schedule. I'm going to create a second and enter a lot of the same information. And that's it. So we can see our tenant is John Smith, their email address, their payment subscription status has not been established because they have not accepted the payment terms, they have not entered the bank account information, and their bank account hasn't been verified. We'll update these fields as each one is established by your tenant. The last thing I wanted to show you is your tenant's view of logging into the Propertyments tenant portal. I'm going to flip over to the email that we just sent out and log in as if I were John Smith. This is the email Propertyments sends your tenant instructing them to log into the tenant portal to pay rent. I'm going to copy this temporary password and click on log into your account. They'll need to update their password before continuing. And at the top of the tenant portal, they're going to click on Set up your account and payments. Step 1, they'll need to confirm the rent schedule we've set up. 2, they need to enter their bank account information. And finally, they need to verify their bank account. We do this by depositing 2 small amounts. Once they retrieve those amounts, usually less than $1, they'll enter them as whole numbers on this screen. For example, if the amounts are 32 cents and 45 cents, we'll enter both whole numbers and click on Verify and start paying rent. If it's successful, we'll see success, your account has been verified, and you're all set to pay rent. And that's it. We will automatically withdraw the rent amount from your tenant's bank account on the dates specified and deposit them in your account. If your tenant needs to update their bank account in any way, they can click on this purple button that says Update Your Bank Account. And we'll see the current bank account information that we just verified and an area to enter the new bank account information. If you need to update the rent schedule in any way, log back into Propertyments and make the adjustments as needed. If you have any questions, send me an email, mmeyer@propertyments.com.